Big Ange, you are a very independent woman. You do what you like and you get it done. Uh, when it comes to a show like Mob Wives, what made you decide, you know what, I'm going to do this?
Because I know about that lifestyle. I was brought up in it. And why not do it? Make the money.
That's a good point. Yeah, you might as well take what you can get, right?
Yes, I have children that are having children, weddings, babies, engagements. So,
It's expensive.
very expensive.
Now, growing up in that lifestyle, did you ever find it difficult?
Now, to me, it was normal. Looking back at it now, it's like, oh my God. But at the time, as a kid, you don't think you're different. You just think you're just like every other kid.
So, what do you find the purpose of the show is for you?
The purpose of the show is, I guess, to show everybody else how our lives were, what our lives are about, and maybe they won't do it.
And a lot of people would
Marrying street guys and guys that go to jail, they could see that it's not worth it.
And you've dated your fair share of guys like that.
I did. I dated the guys like that, but I'm done with that. Now that I'm older, now I have a nice younger city worker with a pension. And it feels good at night so you can sleep.
I'm happy to hear that. What made you finally decide, you know what, maybe that's not quite the lifestyle I want?
I was tired of it. Not knowing if they're going to ever make it home, if they're going to get arrested, if they're going to go to jail. Now I have a husband. He's just a city sanitation worker. He comes home, you don't have to worry. He'll always be home and he works hard for his money.
That's good. It's a safe place, right?
When you're involved in that lifestyle with those kind of, you feel like your luck is never good. It always comes back to haunt you. Now I have a nice clear head.
Good.
Yes.
Do you feel like maybe the fact of who your uncle was played a big part on that?
Oh, yes.
Can you tell my viewers a little bit about your uncle?
My uncle was a Genovese Crime Family figure. He was in jail for 22 years. He died the past 4 years ago. It was very sad to see how he spent his whole life in prison. And he died at 69 years old. So he missed his whole life and all his grandchildren. Very sad.
It is very sad. And
he was actually a good guy. Like, to me, he was the best. Generous, always with his family, all about the family. But in the street, he was a different person, which we didn't know. We knew him as Uncle Sally, the best. And now he's gone, and it's, sad. He'll never know his grandchildren or anything.
Now, obviously, you still respect him, and he is that great man that you knew. Will you continue to tell his story?
Always. I love him, I still respect him, and he'll always be my Uncle Sally.
Now, can you tell my viewers where they can catch Mob Wives and your character?
You can watch Mob Wives every Thursday on VH1 at 10 p.m. Don't miss it.
Now, Big Ange, I do have to ask. I know that people stereotype a lot, and they think that is why you're called Big Ange, because you have...
That's not true.
It's not at all. So can you tell my viewers why it is?
First of all, I have a very big heart. And secondly, when I was 12, me and my girlfriend Angela, she was really little, I was really tall, and I have that name since I'm 12. And it just filled out now into Big Ange. But I've always been at Big Ange before the show and way beyond.
It's big personality, it's big heart.
Big heart, big personality, big life.
And you are awesome. Big Ange, I have one question for you. I noticed you're not wearing socks today. But my signature question is always about a person's socks.
Socks?
Yes.
I hate socks. I do not wear socks. I do not wear stockings.
Ever?
Ever. Winter, spring, fall. I have a thing with my feet being covered in socks.
It's a constriction thing?
Yes, I don't know what it is. So I'm really not a sock person. I never was, and I never will be. If I wear sneakers, boots, no socks. If I wear dresses, no stockings. I have to have the freedom of my feet. They're not, they're locked in shoes. I can't have socks too.
Beautiful and natural, right?
Yes.
Good. Thank you so much for your time.
Oh, and thank you.
Of course, anytime.